What's up, gang? Uncle Travis coming to you from Brentwood area. Usually don't do my intro from an already excavated pond, but that's what's interesting about this one. The homeowner decided to do this pond themselves. They dug the excavation out, dug it down to a 3-foot depth, and then realized they were in trouble. They weren't sure what to do next, so they just gave Derek a call. And we're out here, we're gonna give it the JVI treatment. Normally we do a 26-inch excavation to allow for 2 inches of gravel on the bottom, which gives us 24 inches, 2 feet of water in the pond. This homeowner went a little bit above and beyond, and we're actually working with about a 3-foot excavation here. So using some bigger boys to get up and out of the water for our walls. Got a little bit of thick stack going in the back and some gravel back up in here. Whenever possible, we like to incorporate driftwood, stumps, logs, things like that. It does a couple of things. Naturalizes the look of the pond, and it kind of breaks up, not that the rocks look monotonous, but you know, you get just rocks all the way around on your edge. You got a nice cool piece of driftwood right here that Chris set. What about this stump, Chris?
Yeah, let's we definitely need a stump.
I think it'll work for you. Maybe, maybe not. It's got a big hole right here. We can either get a light going in there or foam this in and put a plant or something in there. And the homeowner actually had some rocks on site as well they're going to reuse, so let's go check those out. We're going to use some of this. Some of it's got some interesting features to it, but this one here is very cool. Got some really cool features. Might work this in as an edge treatment. This guy's pretty rad. Got some nice interest, some nice shape. I can see that coming into play somewhere. What he's got as well are these what they call river slicks. These rounded river tumbles. These go great in a biofalls. They go great in taking up space in little areas, and again, kind of breaking up the monotony, breaking up the pattern rather. Of the square rocks and the shape and everything like that. And then lastly, these were actually in the bottom of the pond. This is part of what happened why he kind of bailed. He hit these rocks down in the bottom. He hand dug this, by the way, if I didn't mention that, which is impressive. We're actually going to use these in the back of our berm as a little bit of naturalized retainment to hold our soil in, probably tomorrow or day 3, which would be Wednesday for you and me. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at here on day 1. We'll see what shakes out, and we'll check in with you at day 2. That's killer, dude.
So yeah, if we just match this and then connect with that back wall, that'll be pretty sweet.
You want to close that in now? Do some little stuff?
We can come off of that one. I just want to leave this open for the frames. Yeah. But then yeah, we can come off of that one and do the little thick stack. Sure. Let's do that.
Get this motif out of the way. So what I'm doing here is I'm finalizing the skimmer. We got the faceplate attached and we got it all stacked in. I'm gonna go ahead and get the pump attached and the filters and everything in, get the skimmer done. It's ready to go once we get the waterfall built on the other end. Something we may have not talked about in the past is a check valve. So this is Aquascape's dual union check valve. And like I said, it does a couple of things. It threads right into the pump and then comes up and makes this 90-degree turn that goes right into the side of the skimmer, into the bulkhead. It allows for really easy access to the pump when you need to do maintenance. You just unscrew it, take it apart, lift the pump out. The other thing it does is it only allows water to flow one way from the pump up to the biofalls. It's got, I don't know if you can hear it, it's got a little flap inside here that only hinges with the flow of water. The idea is if there's a power outage or for some reason if the pump stops working, it doesn't drain your biofalls back down into your pond and cause your pond to overflow. Like I said, they attach super simple. You just thread the bulkhead fitting down into here, down into the top of the pump. I like to loosely thread up the union until I know exactly how it's going to go down into the skimmer. Sit her down in. I've already threaded this bulk fitting into the side of the skimmer, into this bulkhead. There's the union. Slides right over. We install check valves on all of our water features. Like I said, it allows for easy access for maintenance or if you need to do repairs. When we clean the ponds in the spring, we come out, take this all apart so we can clean out the skimmer correctly. We'll check them in the spring when we do clean outs to make sure they're still working properly. And for as long as I've been doing this, I should be ashamed that I always forget to put this brace piece down in the skimmer before I put the check valve together. What the brace piece does is it keeps our filter pad from sinking down. Chris and homeowner and I went back and forth on what we were going to do with this. Do we want to put a light in it? Just have an accent. Homeowner's going to hold off on lights right now, so what I'm going to do is turn this into a plant pocket. I need a couple things to do that because the holes, I don't know if you can tell or not, if you can get in here and see, but the hole goes all the way through the bottom. Any dirt you put in here would be lost, would fall right down into the pond. So the first thing you want to do, get some foam in there to fill those holes. Good old Aquascape waterfall foam does the trick. I was actually taught this little trick by a good friend of ours, John Adams from Modern Design Aquascapes, and he did a really cool build, was part of a really cool build for Shaquille O'Neal about a year or so ago. Actually, check out that video right here. So you just want to get your foam down in there to plug the majority of the void. Depending on the time of year and how hot, and obviously we can tell this is in direct sun, this takes anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes or so to cure. What we're going to do to help it along is we're going to take some of our, we call it geo or underlayment fabric. So you want to take your geo, cut it into small strips, just lay it down in there. And what happens with this is as that foam expands, it reaches out and grabs these really fine, grabs these hairs on the sides of the geo, and it just makes it stronger because we're going to put several handfuls of soil in here. And we don't want it, like I said earlier, we don't want it creeping down into the water. So you're probably asking yourself, how is an aquatic plant going to survive if it's not in the water? Well, we're not going to use an aquatic plant. We're going to put something in here like a creeping jenny or a sedum, something with shallow roots that won't be a problem, but it'll just naturalize and soften this top edge right here. gang, I'm doing what I call conductor hands. Sorry. Another 10 by 14 in the ground in the Brentwood area. Remember, this one is an extra foot deep for a total of 3 feet. That was excavation, so it's probably just a little bit less with the gravel because we do the 2 inches, but the after shots look great. The homeowner is going to do some planting themselves. You can see back here. So they'll get it mulched in and get it planted up. And I'm trying to beat the rain, so I'm going to get out of here. I need you to do something. Like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment, tell a friend. Uncle Trav, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.